Well, the plan today is to take the ewes to the summer pasture. Before we can do that, I need to get some electric fence put up over there, divide that pasture up a little bit. And before I do that even, I need to trim these ewes' feet before I take them over there. But even before that, I need to check these girls over. They've been up for about a week, and I'm really not sure that is enough time for them to have dried up the way they need to before they go back on the summer pasture. So, here she. We'll get these girls up, run them through the chute, then I'll make my decision if it's time to trim their feet up and get them over to summer pasture, or maybe give them a little bit more time to dry up some. It's been quite a while since I have trimmed their feet. I just don't do that very often. Some of them need it pretty bad. This ground's not very rocky, so the hooves don't get wore down, and we've had a lot of rain this spring. So it's really foggy this morning, and it's supposed to be in the mid to upper 80s today. I'm sure to a lot of you people that doesn't sound bad, but here, when it's this humid and it gets to that temperature, it can be miserable. And while we're looking, look what else I found. This guy is not supposed to be out here. He's supposed to be over in the fence with the rest of them. So, psst. How are we gonna go about this, boy? You gonna go over and jump over the fence again? Or am I gonna have to take you around? Well, I really don't want you going that direction. If you're gonna go anyway, I want you to go the other way. And I'd rather not climb through this wet tree. But you're gonna make me, aren't you? Why did you jump the fence? Huh? Well, if you're gonna be this calm, maybe I can just go up here and open this up and you'll go back in. Yeah, get back up here in the corner. I know this is pretty good grass out here, and psst, come on. Just gonna jump it here. Psst. Go on, psst. Go to the corner then. Psst. Booger. Now, back to what we started to do. Check these ewes. Well, a couple of you are drying up there good. A couple of you need a little more time. You're still pretty full, aren't you? You up there are still pretty full. Well, actually all three of these. I think y'all need some more time. Just in the dry lot. What I'm feeding is they're getting plenty of hay. It's just not real nutritious hay. It's just a fescue, Kentucky 31 fescue hay. It's good enough for them. I mean, it's not like they're going to starve to death, but they really just don't need a lot of extra nutrition right now. Well, after walking around through these girls and watching them for a while, as you can see, some of these ewes have still got quite a bit of milk. Some of them are drying up pretty good, and the thing is, the ones that are not drying up as well are the ones that are my best milkers. I definitely don't want them to have any mastitis problems. I'd like to get them dried up as quick as I can, so we've got to change of plans. I'm not going to move these ewes today. Now I could go ahead and trim them up, trim their feet, but I really don't want to do that until I'm ready to move them to a clean pasture. The pasture they're going to, there hadn't been anything on it for probably 8 months, 9 months, something like that. So there shouldn't be any hoof bacteria, hoof problems over there. So I'm gonna wait till I'm ready to move them to trim them up. Probably be another week or so. So now for my backup plan, what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna move the lambs over here. We're gonna move these lambs to some new pasture. Put them on some better grass. They've been on this field for several days, maybe even close to a week. But I wanted to keep them here close to their mothers. They seem to be less crying and whining when I do that. But as you can see, they've eaten this down some, and I need to get them off of it. So I need to get some fence set up over here and start rotating them through this part of the pasture. Well, that's the problem with the sheep getting out. He's learned he can jump that fence, and so he's going to. Wonder if I can raise it up some, maybe keep him in there. Is that thing shocking you? Now you boys stay over there like good boys, all right? Troublemakers. You boys are being in trouble today. Now this is one thing I definitely like about these posts and these clips. I decided I needed a 4th wire on here to help keep that ram from jumping out. So you just add a clip. Not to mention, if one of them does happen to break, it's like 25 cents to replace them instead of, I don't know what they are, $3 a piece now maybe, for the other step-in post with the clips built into them. And I've never broken one of these posts. They're pretty tough. Line to this fence, a 4th wire, because I thought that little booger there on the side was jumping over the fence. I put the 4th one up, and it took him about 3 minutes to come back, stick his nose underneath the bottom one, and go out. Now the issue is, I disconnected that bottom wire a couple of weeks ago because the grass was growing up there and shortened it out pretty good. And I really just didn't think I needed it, so I disconnected it. It was not hot. Then I had a, well, let me show you. This wire comes around through this insulator, and that's what goes around to make everything over here hot. That wire is broken. I don't want to stick my finger in there, but you can probably see it goes through that black insulator there, and then it's broke off. So none of that wire was hot, and I don't know how long it's been that way, but he figured it out. So I got it all hot except for the bottom one, but he had already decided he could do that. He stuck his nose under there and started through. Now the next one up did shock him. I heard it pop, but he needs to get it on the nose. He was already too far through, so he went on through. That bottom wire needs to be hot. It needs to pop him on the nose before he ever starts through there. Now the fence is hot. It's about just over 10,000 volts. And I know it's hot because I touched it a while ago and it hurt. Let's see what he does now. I'm gonna stand here and watch him for a few minutes and let's see if he gives it another try. Well, he's just decided he's gonna lay down here in the shade, so he's not gonna try it for a while. And I've got other things to do instead of just stand here all day and watch him. For this end, I need handles with carabiners on it. Probably should have had that a little taller, but I think it'll work. Well, I've got the temporary fence up. Now I've got to get the lambs moved from out there over here. So I locked the ewes in this little lot for a few minutes. I'm gonna bring the lambs into this lot and lock them in here while I take the tractor and move their feeder over here where it needs to be. And then I'll open, I guess, this gate and this gate and let them out here where they are going to be. I've also got to get some water over here, don't I? But I'll take care of that with I can take care of that with the tub. So. Now the lambs are notoriously hard to drive anywhere. But what I'm hoping is they want to go in there with the ewes enough that they will go in that lot. Sometimes it's like herding cats, trying to drive a bunch of lambs. All right, young ones. Let's head up there toward Mama. There you go. You got it figured out. Now first, let's make sure this fence is hot. And none of these learn the same trick that other one learned. 2.15, that's not very good. Well, let's go find the problem. Well, we're good here. T-posts are always my first suspect. Well, I don't see a problem. So let's start with a process of elimination here. That is 10.3. Probably doesn't show on the camera. 10.4, so that is hot. So let's fix it up so only the top wire is hot. Now what do we have? Oh, that's showing 10.7. So that's good. Yeah, let's make only the bottom wire hot. And we have 8.45. So it does drop a little bit, but that's still plenty hot. And that's probably because the bottom wire has a little bit of grass on it. Now we got both wires hooked up. And we have 8.4. Well, anything over 8,000 volts, I'm good with. Let's get these lambs out here. All right, little ones. All right, surely one of you will figure it out. It's not going to be you, though, is it? There. Y'all go down that way and make a left. There's the shade tree.